All right, folks, Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video, and we're gonna get into some headlines today. And so here we have Sheikh Naim Qasem, that's Hezbollah's new leader succeeding Hassan Nasrallah. Remember Hassan Nasrallah was assassinated in Beirut on September 27th. 2024, this year, by the way. So here we have a new leader, and so he's a um, this is by Miriam Kare Goslow. I'm not know how to pronounce that name, but I'm reading from the Iranian news website. Here is called Press TV. I get a lot of my news, my information from here. So I'm reading from Press TV. So it says, Lebanese resistance movement Hezbollah has appointed Sheikh Naim Qasem its deputy leader as the new Secretary General. He will succeed Saeed Hassan Nasrallah. So Hassan Nasrallah was assassinated in an Israeli airstrike in southern Beirut last month. That's last month, September 27th. Qasem, a senior Hezbollah resistance figure for over 3 decades, was elected by the group's Shura Council to lead the Lebanon-based organization on Tuesday. Hezbollah Shura Council has agreed on the election of His Eminence Sheikh Naim Qasem as Secretary General of Hezbollah, entrusting him with the blessed banner on this journey, the group announced in a statement. So here we are, we have a new Secretary General here for Hezbollah. So that position has been filled. That was a position they were trying to, they were wondering who was going to be next. And we're gonna go through some of the headlines here for this is Press TV. I get a lot of my news from here, like I said before. So you know that a few days ago there was an Israeli airstrike in Tehran. That's in Tehran. So here I'm reading the headline. It says, Iran will neither hesitate nor rush into responding to Israeli aggression. This is Aragagchi. This is the Iranian foreign minister. Let's see, he is the foreign minister, Abbas Aragagchi from Iran. So Foreign Minister Abbas Aragagchi has denounced as a flagrant violation of international law Israel's latest aggression against Iran, saying the Islamic Republic will never hesitate nor rush into responding to the occupying regime. So they are saying that they're going to keep a cool head, but can be assured there's going to be retaliation. Maybe that's true. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Depends. That's the feeling I'm getting from it. I'm getting the feeling that they might or they might not. I don't know. We will see, because these guys are playing the long game here. I know everybody want to see them jump into battle and destroy the enemy, but sometimes that's not how it goes. A cool head. React. When you are reacting to everything, it's just sometimes it's just not the best way to go. So it's to avoid the reaction, because you don't want to react too much. All right? Yeah. So you just don't want to react like constant reaction mode. Sometimes you want to stop, think about what you're gonna do, because there's consequences for your actions, folks. They get up and they go drop a whole bunch of bombs. Next thing you know, they get up and they fire a whole bunch of missiles over there and Israeli, which they can do. There might be a reaction from the American empire. You don't want to destroy your city, because these guys will come through, carpet bomb your city, your cities. You don't want that. You don't want to put your people in that predicament, that situation. We would prefer, I think they would prefer to take things slow and find the right time. Make sure that it is actually well calculated, because you don't, you wanted to do things and it's effective, and also you are in control of the situation. You don't want things to escalate, get out of control, and then next thing you know, we are in a big war. And these guys over here in Iran, the IRGC, That's the Iranian Guard Corps. They can shut down the Strait of Hormuz. That's where like what 12% of the world's oil go through. China gets its oil, at least a lot of its oil from Iran. It's this can put the world into a spiral, the world's economy into a spiral all the way down into oblivion. We don't want that. Do you like oil prices right now? Maybe not, because it's still expensive. But you will really don't like oil prices later on if this get out of control here. This tit for tat, going back and forth with the Israelis, and Israeli strikes, Iranian strikes back, and next thing you know, you can escalate and go, and you don't want that to happen. You get out of control, and it's serious stuff here, and this can lead to possibly world war, and we don't want that, because one little stupid move and the entire planet is gone to smithereens. So foreign minister says he has the name. This is Abbas Aragchi. He said he has denounced the flagrant violation of internal laws. Israel's latest aggression against Iran, saying the Islamic Republic will neither hesitate nor rush into responding to the occupying regime. That's what they call Israel, the occupying regime. So Argachi made the remarks during a meeting on the latest developments in the region on Tuesday, attended by foreign ambassadors, heads of diplomatic missions, and international organizations residing in the capital, Tehran. As we had previously warned in various ways, Iran was fully reserved its legal right to respond appropriately to such a clear aggression, and the Israeli regime will bear the consequences of its miscalculations regarding the might, resolve, and adeptness of the Islamic Republic of Iran. However, in doing so, Iran will neither hesitate nor act hastily. That's it. These guys are in control somehow, and that's how you want it to do it, folks. So we are looking at, so let's switch over to Gaza real fast here. Let's take a look at what's going on in Gaza. Humans of Gaza, young football star Rashid Al-Nimes killed with entire family. So here is a man and his entire family gone. Yeah. So okay, here we go. All right. So let's see. So this is by Alireza Akbari. That's the person who wrote this piece here, and this is Press TV. So amid the genocidal war, the Israeli regime on Friday killed 31-year-old footballer Rashid Al-Nimes along with his family in an attack targeting their home in Khan Yunis, southern Gaza. The man and his entire family was wiped out. They are targeting football players. I'm not sure what football player has to do with Hamas. I don't know. What does a football player has to do with a resistant movement? I don't know. Or maybe they are just all Hamas, including his entire family, wife and children. Who knows? So this is the type of stuff that's going on here. This is out of control. You can eliminate whoever you want as you please, because you know why? There's no consequences. The West will back up the Israeli regime, and that's what's going on here. Are we gonna get to a place where we can sit down and have a discussion, a conversation? Is that gonna happen? Because That needs to happen so we can put an end to this madness, the bloodshed, the violence, the hatred. At some point, we're going to have to stop and talk. It's like, this is not how human being behaves. Something went wrong here, where the lack of love, there is like no love whatsoever. The love is just gone. And I'm trying to figure out how can we even go back, or moving forward, find a path, create a path. If it's not there, if the path is not there, we're gonna have to create it, so that way we can find some common ground and we can start talking again. Folks, this is crazy. So here they are saying more than 450 Palestinian athletes, including almost 350 footballers, have been killed in the ongoing Israeli-American genocidal war on the coastal strip that completed 1 year earlier this month. Among the prominent athletes killed in Gaza before al-Nimis was Hani al-Masdar, coach of the Palestinian Olympic football team, whose life was cut short by an Israeli airstrike in January. So they are attacking athletes now. They are killing athletes as well. Why? You gotta have to wonder what's going on here. What's up with all of this? How did we even get to this point? How do we get out of this? Because it seems like we are locked into a brutal frequency here. It's like, how do we get out of it? Can we talk? Because if you can't talk, for the most part, you are gonna have to use violence, and that's what's going on here with these, these people who are just dropping bombs and not even considering that little kids might be below you. No, I don't give a shit. They are called what they call them? Collateral damage. That's what, what? Collateral damage? Human beings, is that's what they are now? Anyways. So, and if we go over here, so we just look at the footballers who has been, being killed. Let's go over here now and look at this. So it says International Day for Palestinian Journalists, global call to honor Gaza journalists. So let's see what happened to the journalists, because we know that they are killing journalists, and no, they are killing footballers, little kids, women, children, and also they are killing journalists. So it says, so this is by Press TV website staff. Almost 5 months since Israel launched its war on Palestinians in Gaza, at least 132 journalists have been killed in the line of duty, while many others continue to live on the edge. 132 journalists has been killed since the beginning of the war on Gaza, since last October. That's October 7, 2023. I think it starts when Hamas made its way over into Israel and tried to kidnap some people, but it didn't turn out the way how they planned it, and a lot of people got killed, and we still don't know who killed who yet, but we don't know if the Israelis actually implemented the Hannibal directive, where you kill your own people just because you don't want it to be captured by the enemy to use in a prisoner exchange. So we don't know if that's happening. But here, folks, these guys killed 100 and one day killed 130. Where was that? Where was I? 132 journalists. So we know that they are killing journalists, they are killing kids, they are killing women, they are killing married couple, killing athletes, coaches. Makes you wonder what's going on here. And So we're gonna take a look at the what's going on over there in the north. This is in um, the north. So this is in southern Lebanon, which would be northern occupied Palestine or Israel. So it says Hezbollah drone reveals how Israeli military uses settlers as human shields in Haifa. So here we have, it say, a series of photos taken by a Hezbollah drone flying over occupied Haifa and Mount Carmel has once again exposed vulnerabilities in much touted Israeli air defense systems and highlighted the regime's practice of using settlers as human shields. The footage and accompanying images show how the regime deliberately positions its military installations near residential, religious, and protected natural sites in the occupied territories. On October 9, the Lebanese resistance movement Hezbollah released a 7-minute video featuring high-resolution photographs taken by its Hudhud drone as it flew over Haifa and Mount Carmel in northern occupied Palestine. The surveillance drone captured hundreds of images of potential targets for the resistance, primarily focusing on strategic military and industrial sites before returning undetected to Lebanon. This marked at least the fourth such operation by Hezbollah since the late spring. So they are having trouble detecting these drones that's flying over over Israel, and these guys, they're supposed to have the best air defense systems, but they are still having problems, finding these drones and shooting them down before they they actually come across the drones. They fly into a building or something, then they explode. So here we have, it says Hezbollah drones attacked was difficult and painful, says Israeli military chief. So these are Israeli military chief. So the chief of the general staff of the Israeli army says Hezbollah's deadly drone strikes on Israeli military target in the occupied territories was difficult and painful. So these drones are giving them a headache. They have to deal with these drones, folks. Not easy. So we are at war, and an attack on a training base in the rear is serious with painful results. So this is the Golani Brigade, that I believe that's what they're talking about, which was attacked a couple weeks ago when the Hezbollah come across the drone. These drones actually has missiles on them, I think anti-tank missiles, and they fired off those missiles into the military barracks. This was while the Israelis were having dinner. This is at a dinner time, and then the drone detonate in the barracks, and it took out I think most 8 soldiers were killed, and then I think it was 67 was wounded, something like that. But he said, we're at war, and an attack on a training base in the rear is serious with painful results. Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi told soldiers during a visit to the Golani Brigade base that was hit. Right, so I was right. We continue to fight and train for upcoming battles, he added. For its part, Israeli Minister of Military Affairs Yoav Gallant said the Tel Aviv regime will learn the lessons from the Hezbollah drone strike last night. This is a difficult event with painful results, Gallant said as he visited the Golani Brigade training base. We must investigate it, study the details, and assimilate the lessons in a quick and a professional manner. Yeah. So here's another headline here again. It says Hezbollah keeps up retaliatory attacks on Israel targets with drones, missiles. It says the Lebanese resistance movement Hezbollah continue with its retaliatory strikes on Israeli targets in solidarity with Palestinians in the war-ravaged Gaza Strip and in defense of people in Lebanon. So this is the the Hezbollah war is tied to what's going on in Palestine, and they are saying stop the war in Palestine, and we will stop the war here in Lebanon. Thank you for watching, folks. My name is Ryan, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more of these videos.